Welcome back to the channel. It's Badlands here. With Black Friday just happening last week, I finally got myself into this new generation of console gaming, and I picked myself up a PS5. So I picked up some PS5 games to go along with it. I know I'm really far behind this new generation of gaming, but retro's had my heart, retro's had my wallet. With that said, I know you're not here for me, so let's get into the games. First game on my list is one that I had never really played before. It came out on Xbox Game Pass, and I played a little bit there. But a coworker of mine said it was one of his all-time favorite game series, and I can kind of see why. I was never really a turn-based fighter kind of guy when I was younger, but this game is pretty damn good. I'll say that. I've already put about 9 hours into it on my PS5, and it was the first game I bought. It happened to be on rollback at Walmart. So with that said, I'll show you what it is. First game I picked up is Persona 3 Reload. The game is in my PS5, so it's definitely complete. Shadows, Social Links, and a stunning remake. Released on February 2nd, 2024 by Sega and Atlas, Persona 3 Reload reimagines the groundbreaking 2006 RPG for modern audiences. This remake retains the original supernatural, life sim-driven story while adding modern visuals, gameplay mechanics, and a remix soundtrack. Players balance dungeon crawling in Tartarus with social interactions in a high school setting, building relationships, and facing the mysterious dark hour. With updated turn-based combat and quality life improvements, it's an ideal entry point for newcomers and a refined experience for returning fans. Critics have praised the remake as a faithful yet innovative update. Push Square highlighted its addictive gameplay loop, visual polish, and engaging characters, calling it a borderline essential RPG experience. However, some reviewers noted the absence of features from previous iterations, such as the female protagonist from Persona 3 Portable. Minor pacing issues also drew critique. Overall, Persona 3 Reload is celebrated for bringing a genre-defining classic into the spotlight once more, blending nostalgic charm with modern enhancements. The next game I have to show you guys is quite an interesting one that I discovered through TikTok, actually. It is an essential that everybody says you must play, and that is Pacific Drive. I happened to pick up the deluxe edition, so it has some art cards and like a journal of some sort. It's like more like a logbook, I guess. But here's the cover. It's different than the slipcover. The back is still the same. But it is complete. I will now grab some of the stuff. So there's one of the art cards. Another one of the art cards. Final art card. And then here's your traveler's journal. It's got like a bunch of logs in it and a couple artwork pictures. Sorry, this is kind of awkward to do with the way my camera's set up. But yeah, that's Pacific Drive. Pacific Drive Deluxe Edition for the PS5. Released April 9th, 2024, developed by Ironwood Studios and published by Kepler Interactive. Pacific Drive sets players behind the wheel in a post-apocalyptic Pacific Northwest, combining the tension of survival with the thrill of exploration. Players navigate a hauntingly surreal region known as the Zone, filled with environmental hazards and mysterious anomalies that constantly challenge your resourcefulness and resolve. In this roguelike driving adventure, your car becomes your lifeline, requiring repairs and upgrades as you journey deeper into the danger. PlayStation Universe found the concept unique, praising its tension-filled moments, particularly the high-stakes storms and end-of-run rush to safety. However, pacing issues and the repetitive nature of scavenging missions dampened its appeal for some players. They highlighted the game's lack of mid-mission saves as both a source of immersion and frustration, depending on the player. Pacific Drive caters to a niche audience seeking a fresh survival experience wrapped in a driving-focused gameplay loop. While its atmospheric world-building and creative premise shine, it demands patience from players who enjoy challenging road-like adventures. This next game is from a series that I had no partaking in when I was younger, as I was an original Xbox kid and an Xbox 360 kid, and I wasn't really into fantasy games at the time. But a coworker recommended this to me, as this is one of his favorite games, especially for the PS5. He said this is the only reason why he picked up a PS5, and that happens to be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. This one is still sealed, so I'm not going to open it until I get around to actually playing it, because otherwise I'm just not going to play it, I don't think. But, yeah. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, released on February 29th, 2024 by Square Enix. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is the highly anticipated continuation of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Set in the sprawling world beyond Midgar, the second installment expands on the classic RPG's lore, including new story twists, lush open environments, and deep character development. Players reunite with Cloud, Tifa, Aerith, Barret, and Red, navigating iconic locations like Junon, Cosmo Canyon, while unraveling the mysterious surrounding Sephiroth and their shared destinies. Forgive me, I've never played a Final Fantasy game. The game builds on its predecessor's action-based combat, adding synergy abilities which let characters team up for devastating combo attacks, coupled with enhanced exploration, dynamic side quests, and chocobo riding adventures. Rebirth offers an enriched, expansive RPG experience. Critics have celebrated Final Fantasy VII Rebirth as a triumphant follow-up to the remake. Push Square described it as a massive game with compelling characters and impressive combat, praising the improvements to the open-world design and the creative evolution of the story. Minor pacing concerns aside, they call it a must-play for RPG fans. Overall, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is a masterful continuation of the remake, blending nostalgia with bold, innovative updates that elevate the experience to new heights. It's a game that RPG fans should miss. This next one is a PS5 staple that probably anybody who has a PS5 probably has this game. So I thought maybe I should probably pick it up too. Only seems fitting, right? That is Ghost of Tsushima. This one happens to be the director's cut, so it's got the Iki Island expansion. This one is sealed because I gotta finish Persona 3 Reload before I move on to my next game. Yeah. Released on August 20th, 21 by Sucker Punch Productions and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut takes the already stunning samurai epic and elevates it further. Available for PS5, this version introduces the Iki Island expansion alongside technical upgrades that leverage the power of next-gen hardware. Players once again step into the shoes of Jin Sake, a samurai fighting to protect Tsushima from Mongol invaders, now with deeper insights into his past and new challenges to face on Iki Island. The director's cut enhances gameplay with features like DualSense haptic feedback and adaptive triggers while maintaining a cinematic 4K experience at 60 FPS. The Iki Island expansion adds new storylines, combat mechanics, and even a skill tree for your trusty horse, offering a refreshing take on Jin's journey. Critics lauded the director's cut for its emotional storytelling, gorgeous visuals, and refined mechanics. Push Square described it as phenomenal, praising the seamless integration of new content and technical upgrades. The Iki Island expansion, though shorter than the base game, was appreciated for its emotional depth and unique gameplay additions. However, some critics noted that the expansion felt slightly brief, especially for players focused on the main story. Despite this, the overall package was deemed an essential pick for both newcomers and returning players, thanks to the additional content and significant quality of life improvements. Whether you're venturing into Tsushima for the first time or seeking new adventures as a seasoned samurai, Ghost of Tsushima's director's cut provides a masterclass in blending artistry and action. Definitely worth checking out. This next one is one I had never heard of until I bought a PS5, and I was looking up some of the PS5 exclusives and the must-haves, and this is one that I found. It's Stellar Blade. It's a PS5 exclusive. It's sealed, like I said. I gotta finish Persona 3 Reload before I move on to the next game, and I don't know which one that's gonna be, so I'm just gonna keep them all sealed until it's time. You know what I mean? Alright. Elegance meets brutal combat. Released on April 26, 2024 by Shift Up and Sony Interactive Entertainment, Stellar Blade is a PlayStation 5 exclusive RPG that delivers a blend of intense combat and post-apocalyptic narrative. Players assume the role of Eve, a warrior tasked with saving Earth from the grotesque Natiba species while unraveling the mysteries of a near-destroyed humanity. The game combines stylish hack-and-slash gameplay with precision-based mechanics demanding quick reflexes and a mastery of intricate systems. Stellar Blade features a semi-linear world design with detailed environments, engaging boss battles, and a progression system offering diverse skill trees to customize Eve's abilities. The combat leans on a fast-paced yet challenging approach, akin to the classics like Ninja Gaiden, while integrating elements reminiscent of the Dark Souls and Nier Automata. Critics have been divided on Stellar Blade. Its visually stunning presentation and exhilarating boss battles have drawn comparisons to games like Devil May Cry and Sekiro. However, some reviews, such as from Destructoid, highlighted issues with clunky combat mechanics and inconsistent exploration, describing moments of brilliance alongside frustrating design choices. PlayStation Universe praised the game's balance of accessibility and challenge, as well as its thoughtful checkpoint system, which reduces frustration. On the other hand, the game's somewhat restrictive level design and occasional technical hiccups have left some players wanting more fluidity and execution. Despite its flaws, Stellar Blade has been lauded as a visually impressive and ambitious addition to the PS5's exclusive lineup, offering rewarding combat and a compelling, if slightly uneven, experience for action RPG fans. Hey, yeah, so if you made it this far, I just really want to thank you. It means a lot to me that you actually stuck around to the end of the video. If you like what you've seen, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We've got more content coming. I've got quite a few stuff that's stuck in limbo right now because of the Canada Post strike, so I'm not really quite sure when that stuff will show up. It's all in the air at the moment. Probably won't be after Christmas, maybe at the best. They're really taking advantage of the situation right now. But yeah, if you would have picked these up, let me know. If you think these games are shit, let me know. Also, if you've got any suggestions of whether it's like a PS3 game, a PS2 game, original Xbox game, if you've watched a few of my videos by now, you probably know what I like, and let me know if you think I should pick anything up. I'm down for suggestions. I'm all about building my collection. Quality, quantity, it doesn't really matter to me. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.